All right, this is very important stuff here. Paul getting the shot of all 3 bikes. We got to set the whole thing up. This is some serious cinematic technique here. See?
Well, we got one of us. Nice, dude.
Go get him, buddy.
Transition.
Go get him. All right, that was an absolutely solid day on the hill with my buddies Paul and Greg. And the best part about it is that today is only Saturday, which means I get to ride again tomorrow. So I'm heading up to Sky Park at Santa's Village up in Lake Arrowhead. So I rode my M16 today. For Sky Park, definitely the Foes is going to be the better bike to ride, but I got to do a little bit of work to it. Right now I got a DHF in the back, and it's actually the downhill casing version of the DHF, so it's like trying to drag a boat anchor around behind me. So with the amount of pedaling that the Sky Park has, I'm going to go and swap it out. I got this Maxxis Aggressor tire. It's going to be a lot easier to pedal with, and my headset's been doing some creaking and cracking, so I've got new crown race and bearing, lower bearing, to hopefully that will take care of the creak. Alright, so I got a new tire put on, sealant poured in, and put my cush core back in. When I put the DH casing tire on, I didn't bother with the cush core, but since I put the folding bead back on, I might as well use it, right? So I got the cush core back, put back in, and but while I'm at it, I'm going to change my cassette as well, because if you look close here, teeth on this thing are pretty well chewed up, especially on the lower gears. I got a new one. I always try to keep a few parts in stock, just you know, if at the last minute I'm getting ready to go ride and I see something's worn or broken or whatever, I can just go ahead and replace it. I try not to get flat-footed, and especially something like a cassette or whatever that would take a day or two to come in from, you know, mail order or whatever. One thing that's been a bit of an issue with this particular bike is I keep getting a creaking and cracking noise coming from my headset. I always pull it apart to try to grease the crap out of it and clean it out, and the creak always comes back. So I think, well, first off, if you look at, here's the bearing. You can see in there, well, the color's not great, but neither is the color of all the rust that's on this bearing. It's so they rust out. This is a second or third bearing I've had to put on this headset since I got this bike, which is pretty excessive compared to other bikes I've had. I have a feeling it might have something to do with the crown race. That if you look really closely here, you see it's really rusted out. And when I got this fork, I had to steal the crown race off of my old fork. because it was the same size, but it was I have the proper tools for it, but it was a little bit chewed up, and that might have something to do with it. So I just go ahead and brand new crown race, brand new bottom bearing, and hopefully that'll take care of my problem. And whenever you're working on bikes, when in doubt, grease. So Foes now has new rear tire, new rear cassette, new crown race and bearing in the lower part of the headset. Gonna get ready for the second half of this weekend, so I think that's enough playing with bikes for today. So I want to go get some grub and turn in early so I can get up early and get going so I can get up to the bike park. So see you guys in the morning.